Hi there, welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name's Save with Crypto. I just want to show you what happens when someone fills in the form at savewithcrypto.org/QZ. Is I get an email saying this, your form request free access to Quadzilla has a new response. Okay, so I'll go and look at the response and I can see here that this is this person here who's signed up to Bitunix. So I'll just get that ID there, okay, and then no other exchanges, that's okay. We only need one. It's best if you do all, but just one is fine. Right, so they're called Hush Diamond 97573. Okay, so what I need to do is just check that they did the Bitunix thing correctly. So over on the Bitunix, go to user list here, okay, and I'll just pop in the ID there, have a search for that. Okay, cool. I can see there that they've signed up. Okay, they're actually on MASSIV's link, so that means that MASSIV will get a tiny portion of any fees that they do, and they've deposited, which is excellent. That's exactly what we want to see. So I'm just going to get the trading view name and then go over to Quadzilla, manage access, add new users, in they go, add access, and as long as they keep using the exchange, I'm quite happy for this to have no expiration date. Okay, and I'll send a quick message as well, and I'll just put save with crypto.org/TG. okay. Boom. Now, just before we get on to the regular charts, I'm just going to show you this here on the CME chart for Bitcoin. You can see here that Friday we closed here at around 117,425, and Sunday we opened at 119,140, which leaves this bloody great big gap here. So I think at some point what's going to happen is the price will come back here, sweep that, and then probably might go back up again, possibly form a double top and come back down, something like that. Let's have a look at the normal chart. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin US dollar index chart, looking at the 1 hour time frame here, and you can see here we've got this pretty much like a god candle last night. That was at 3 o'clock in the morning, Monday the 11th of August. Let's pop on our indicator Quadzilla and look what we got here. You know, here on the 1 hour time frame we've got this red arrow here. This is the super down indicator. Also got the red backgrounds. That's all indicating that it's pretty much overcooked, overbought, and chances are it might come down fairly soon. So yeah, do expect a bit of a retrace, and that would fit perfectly with the CME idea. So if you've missed the pump already, do have a look around about the CME level at like 117,400, and maybe place some buy orders down there if you want to try and knock it back up. You could try shorting it down, but it's all looking pretty damn lively at the moment, isn't it? So be careful. Now, if you want to trade something different to Bitcoin, I've been looking at Solana, and I've got actually a Solana trade on at the moment as well. This is the Solana Bitcoin chart, and you can see here that on the 1 hour time frame, my favourite EMAs, the 2155, have crossed bearish here. So that's happened there. So you know the price of Solana compared to Bitcoin should come down a little bit more. You can see here with the convergence band of Quadzilla, that is now below the 20% mark, so that's looking like it's sort of near a bottom. If we compare that with the Solana USD chart, we'll see something slightly different. So overall the trend is still to the upside, but temporarily we're getting a little bit of a pullback. I would suspect this is probably going to go up, but you know, I'm trying to catch these little dips here, so I'm looking at this on like the 12-minute time frame, and here you've got, say for example, here you've got this yellow and green EMAs here. We've got the purple shading there, which means they're starting to converge bearish. So I think it'd be worth putting an order, not financial advice of course, but somewhere like 182.4 for Solana. I also noticed that SUI as well came down quite sharply at about 8 o'clock this morning, and we've now got a green background there, which could have been the bounce there. So you might have missed the bounce on that, but this obviously has a lot more upside potential. Bearing in mind how much this thing moves, do be aware that, you know, typically it will move 3% in a day. So if you're doing that on leverage, you want to have like really low leverage, like 3 or 4x at the most. So be careful with that. I'm trading this on, well, various exchanges, including Bitunix. Bitunix have got an offer at the moment. If you do a deposit over $200, or I think it's $100 actually, you get 20% cash back. You get that as a trading bonus, which you can use to trade with. That is up to $2,000, so you get a $400 bonus if you deposit $2,000. So do take advantage of that. So if you do that, you can then go to savewith.crypto.org/QZ and sign up for the indicator, which is totally free as long as you're using one of our affiliate links for one of the exchanges, which are Bitunix, which is an excellent exchange. You can use pretty much in any country in the world. I know some people have had some problems in Singapore. If that's the case, there's a link there for Phemex as well. Phemex seems to work in Singapore. But otherwise, Bitunix works everywhere apart from China, North Korea and Iran. We've also got Blofin as well, which works in most countries, but you might need to use a VPN in places like the US. And then if you can use it, we've also got BitGet and Bybit, which are by far my favourite exchanges, especially Bybit. But Bybit do restrict the countries it works in quite a lot. But there are links for all those. The rewards you get for Bybit and BitGet are enormous, but you have to obviously make a large deposit and do big trades, but you can get up to $30,000 trading bonus for that. I must admit most people don't get that, but it is possible if you are a bit of a whale. But for the small ones, just try Bitunix, because do that, just deposit $1,000 and get $200 for free. Just trade with that. If you lose it, it's no big deal because it was free anyway. All right, how's that sound? Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for the time being. It's coming to the end of my holiday, unfortunately, in Spain. Only got 2 days left. So do go and get Quadzilla. Go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ or QZ if you're American. And get it. Put it on Bitcoin. Put it on the 1 hour time frame and have a close look for what's going on here. What we might get some of these green triangles here, which means everything's looking like it should come down, but it wants to go up, okay? And in that case, you want to look for when these green triangles stop appearing. And at that point, we'll probably take a bit of a dump and fill that CME gap like I spoke about earlier, all right? Okay, well, have good fun trading, and don't forget, savewithcrypto.org/QZ. I'd love to see more users over there. So if you like the sound of that, please give the video a great big fat like. Make sure you are subscribed and you've got the notifications turned on. Any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And above all, tell your friends.
Save with Crypto has to be one of the best YouTube channels that the United States has ever seen. Kamala Harris is not a subscriber, but I am. I have notifications set to all as well. I'd strongly suggest you subscribe to Save with Crypto today. Above all, you should tell your friends.
Save with Crypto is not a financial advisor. He just makes ice cream on the internet. If you cannot find someone to do your own research, you must do it yourself, just like I did not.